Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Hi. I guess I'm doing updates for this website, my personal websites. It's www.mywalk or my-walk.weebly.com. Check it out if you haven't checked it out, and if this is already on YouTube, then obviously you're gonna check it out. Come on. So my updates. Oh yes, I went to my doctor's office. I think the last week. Either way, it was the 8th. And he asked me if I gotten my shots yet. I was like, no, I have not gotten my shots. I'm pretty sure I don't need any shots. I'm ready to go. He's like, just to make sure, I'm pretty sure. He's like, I'm pretty sure you need your yellow fever shot. I'm not too sure. So here's the number. Go check it out. I'm like, okay, cool. So I called the number, and they're like, we don't give yellow shot fevers. We don't even give shots here. I'm like, then why would he give me this number? He's like, this woman's like, well, here's the list of some numbers that you can call. Call Brantford's and check that out first. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm already getting a roundabout bullcrap from my doctor, who, by the way, is too old to be even practicing. But that's a whole different story altogether. So I called the Brantford's health unit, and it wasn't working at all. I did the form I was supposed to do, and it wouldn't go through. It was supposed to say, a confirmation email that it went through, blah, 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 but it didn't go through. So it said, if it doesn't go through, then call this number. So I called the number, and lo and behold, what do I get? Of course, I get an answer machine stating, the time and hours and everything else, which there should be open because I'm calling the hours that they're saying they're open for. I'm like, screw it. I grabbed my keys. I said, I'm just going to head over there. About 35, 40-minute drive. So I drive there. And I said, you know what? I'm having a bad freaking day. Cut me some slack. I'm really nervous. I'm impatient. Which I had to really learn to be, more patient. But, anyways, that's another story again, too. So she finally directs me, and she's like, you know what, we're not booked. We don't have any openings until the end of November. And I'm like, that's not going to work because I leave November 1st, and I need my shots 10 days before I even board the plane, even going to the airport. So I said, that's not going to work. So what do I do now? She gives me a list of like 30 or 32 places to venture forth and find out what I can do. So I called the mom, and I think it was like the second to last that I get on the list, of course, right? It's always almost close to the last on the list that you do. And she's like, yeah, come on in. The consultation's $45. The vaccine, yellow fever vaccine, is $125. So are you available at 1:15 today? I'm like, heck yeah, I am. So I went, and I did my consultation. And I'm just bebopping, all the way there. I'm just freaking, excited. I'm like, yes! Finally something is working out for me. So I go, and I check in, and I did my consultation, and the doctor at my consultation had actually told me that because it's Tunis, the capital of Tunisia, however you call it, I am saying it always wrong. It's always in a different flavor, a different style of words, but hey. And she's like, it's not required. You don't need it. They don't even recommend it. I mean, it's Tunis. It's the capital. You don't need it. So I'm like, okay, so what do you recommend that, I do? So she recommended my tetanus shot, of course, because it was 2000 that I got my last tetanus shot, and obviously next year I would have gotten another one. So she's like, you might as well get it done and over with. I'm like, heck, okay, why not? Excuse me. And what was I saying? Oh, yes. And she's like, well, that's covered by OHIP. I'm like, cha-ching, free vaccine. And so she's like, okay, so you need your hepatitis A. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like, can I do that today? Of course you can. I'm like, okay, how much is that going to cost me? Here I'm thinking, I only have, the money for the consultation and the money for my yellow fever vaccine because that's all I put aside. And, so I'm thinking it's going to be way worse than what I thought, right? She's like, oh, it's only $60. So I'm like, yes. And then she gave me another one. I can't remember what it was. I really don't know. I was so excited that it was going to be cheaper than the yellow fever vaccine. So thank God. Thank Allah, So I get my shots and I'm like, I'm like buried. I'm like, just do it. And she's done. It's like, oh, that's it? She's like, yeah, you're free to go. I'm like, heck yeah. She's like, have fun, enjoy your new life, enjoy your wherever you're going, your new adventure. I'm like, thank you so much. I was so happy. I was like bebopping all the way over. And I think it was my first time actually being so happy to pay someone, that much money. I don't like paying anything. I don't know. I just don't like it. So I was really happy, and I get into the car, and I'm with my adopted mom, and she's like, give me a high five, girl. Oh, yeah, we did it. And so I went, and after that, of course, we had to celebrate by going shopping. It was like in London, so it was like about an hour and a half, a half a drive. We might as well do something other than celebrate. So we celebrated by going shopping, and I celebrated by buying another hijab, 2 pink ones. To obviously celebrate, or not really celebrate, but give more awareness, because it is October and it's breast cancer awareness. And so we're doing the whole pink hijab month, and that's about it. And I think that is about it for your updates. I think my next update for this website will be the day I pack for Tunisia, Tunis, the capital of North of Africa or Africa. So, Assalamu alaikum.